Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the world of massive, and I mean massive, corporate tech projects, things like SAP Central Finance. We're going to uncover the one critical element that really determines whether these multi-million-dollar investments fly or just completely fall flat. Let's get into it. So, let me just ask you this straight up. When a company is pouring a fortune into a brand new system that's supposed to revolutionize their entire financial world, what's the single biggest risk? The one thing that can bring it all crashing down. Is it the servers? The code? The data migration plan?
It's the people, always. The technology can be absolutely perfect, the system configured down to the last detail, but if the actual human beings who have to log in and use it every single day don't, or, can't get on board, the whole project is basically dead in the water. The tech is only ever half the story.
Now, to really get why this human part is so unbelievably important, we first have to appreciate the sheer scale of what we're talking about here. Bringing in a system like SAP Central Finance isn't just like getting a new app on your phone. It's a fundamental shift in how the entire business operates. So what is central finance really? Well, think of it like this. Most big companies have all these different financial systems that don't talk to each other. It's a mess. Central finance is designed to scoop up all that data and put it into one single unified place. The holy grail here is creating a single source of truth, which means no more arguing over which spreadsheet is right. It's about getting a crystal clear, up-to-the-minute picture of the company's financial health. And this is where we really get to the heart of it. A central finance project is, well, it's kind of like an iceberg. What you see on all the project plans, the technical stuff, that's just the tip. The huge, dangerous part, lurking right below the surface, that's the human element.
And I think this slide just lays out that conflict perfectly. The project team is completely absorbed in things like system configuration and data replication, but down on the ground, the employees are grappling with a totally different reality. They're dealing with fear of the unknown. They're stuck in their old habits. They're confused about what their job is even going to look like. And this is that messy, complicated human stuff that can absolutely torpedo a technically perfect project.
So here's the bottom line. We have to stop thinking about this as just a new login screen or some fancy new interface. For the people on the finance team, this changes literally everything. Their daily routines, their workflows, maybe even their job title. It is a completely new way of working, from the ground up. And wow, this really drives home just how huge that change is. I mean, look at these fundamental processes. We're talking about things like chasing late payments, managing foreign currency, and the entire marathon of month-end reporting. All of these are being ripped out of the systems people have used for years and moved into this new centralized hub. For someone who's done their job one way for a decade, this is a massive, massive destruction. Okay, so if the old way of doing things is on one side of a giant canyon and the new, super efficient way is on the other, how on earth do you get your people across? Well, you build a bridge. And in the world of big business projects, that bridge has a name, Organizational Change Management, or, OCM for short. I really like this quote because it just cuts through all the jargon. OCM isn't about forcing change down people's throats. It's about engaging them, getting them excited, and helping them actually succeed with this new way of working. Because here's the thing, when your employees win, the project wins. Simple as that. So let's just break this down. OCM isn't some fuzzy, feel-good concept. It is a structured, practical game plan that is focused 100% on the human side of the change. It's the playbook for getting people from, this is how we've always done it, to, okay, I get it, this new way is actually better. Now, for a beast of a project like Central Finance, OCM really boils down to two main things. First, you've got to prepare the people. That means figuring out exactly who is affected and creating training that's tailored specifically to their new reality. Second, you have to prepare the processes. This means setting up super clear rules or governance for how data is managed and how the system gets updated, making sure everything runs smoothly. Okay, so we've established OCM is the bridge, but how do you actually, build the thing? Well, lucky for us, there's a pretty clear blueprint for success, a handful of key steps that make the change actually stick. But hang on, before we even look at the blueprint, here is the absolute golden rule. You cannot, I repeat, cannot treat OCM like an afterthought. It is not the cleanup crew you call in after the tech team is done. For this to work, change management has to be baked into the project from day one. So let's walk through this blueprint. Number 1, focus on the benefits. People need to know the why behind the change. Number 2, lead and engage. You've got to communicate constantly to get people bought in early. 3. Develop capability. This is more than just generic training. It's about giving people the specific skills they'll need to thrive. 4. Design governance. You have to clearly define who owns what in this new world. And finally, number 5, and this is so important, align individuals. At the end of the day, success comes down to individual people changing their daily habits, and they need a ton of support to get there. And when you build this bridge, when you actually do all of this right, that's when the magic happens. You don't just end up with a new piece of software. You unlock the real, game-changing value of the entire investment. This chart right here, this says it all. A project that just focuses on the tech will almost always miss its ROI goals. Why? Well, because you can't get value from a system if people aren't using it properly. It's that simple. But when you pair that amazing technology with a rock-solid OCM plan, that is when you get the full return you were promised. So what does this full value actually look like? Well, on a high level, you get these huge wins. First, you get real-time insights. No more waiting for weeks to close the books. Second, you finally get that unified financial view we talked about, that true single source of truth. And of course, that leads to a third huge benefit, much better accuracy and consistency in your numbers. But it gets even cooler when you zoom in. With a fully adopted system like this, you can do some incredibly detailed analysis. We're talking about analyzing profitability not just for the company, but by a single product line, or one specific customer, or a tiny sales region. This lets your leaders make smarter, faster decisions and proactively figure out exactly where they should be putting their money. And all of this brings us to the one final thought I want to leave you with. As you look ahead to the next big project in your company, ask yourself this simple question. Are we just building a piece of technology, or are we building a bridge for our people? Because how you answer that question will make all the difference.